it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. And again, I apologize if my voice or my skin does not look exactly perfect. I am fighting some sort of head cold / allergies. But anyways, if you're watching this video, it is November 14th of 2022, and this is my 5th World Diabetes Day I get to go through. And it is a day that we honor and celebrate the birth of Frederick Banding. Frederick Banding, if you do not know or maybe only be briefly aware or newly diagnosed, he was the man who discovered insulin. He was the man who allowed to turn diabetes, and in particular type 1 diabetes, from a death sentence to a life-sustaining and able to live with disease. Now, does it mean that diabetes is easy to live with? No, but it makes it much more manageable. Insulin is what's going to allow us to take that glucose and convert it through the cells so that we're not constantly running around with high blood sugars and damaging our organs. It also allows us to not die from those extensive damages to the organs that we cause. So insulin is kind of our key to help us to metabolize food and to function and live day to day with our metabolism. So remember this man. He was born actually over 100 years ago now, and it's been just over 100 years since insulin was discovered. And I'm hoping going forward that as more technology progresses, more medical doctors are being introduced to type 1 diabetes and diabetes in general, that we're going to be able to establish more resources and have access to more resources that make living with this disease so much easier and so much more manageable. On World Diabetes Day, I also want to make a note that I try to always put little spin-offs in my videos, or when I do diabetes awareness videos, that just because we have insulin and access to all these really cool pieces of technology that make this disease so much easier to manage doesn't mean that everybody has the same accessibility to them. And it's truly sad to me that I paid $35 for a 3-month supply of insulin today from CVS Pharmacy. And if you look at the bottom of my receipt, or my little subscription or prescription thing, retail value for insulin is $1,943.99. So you're talking almost $2,000 that we are still charging to this very day here in America for a retail price of insulin. This has to stop. This is not appropriate. This is not fair to anybody who does not have insurance or cannot access insurance due to other reasons, that they may not be able to carry their own medical insurance, or maybe their insurance plan is dictating what type of medications they can take. This needs to stop. We need to have universal conjuncture. We need to have universal connections so that everybody has access to all these different devices available to us in this world right now that can help us manage type 1 diabetes. No two type 1 diabetics are alike, regardless if they're the same age, gender, racial background, whatever, same location even that they're living in, or the reason why they ended up developing type 1 diabetes. There are no two diabetics that are alike, regardless if they're type 1, type 2, or MODY, or another rare form of diabetes. This means that there should be no reason that not a single person can't access all the different things available to us to help manage. For some people, they may need different continuous glucose monitors. For some people, one insulin pump may work better than others. For some people, traditional injections or finger sticks may be their best route. For one person, like I take Humalog, some insurance companies will dictate and say, hey, you know what, we're not going to pay for Humalog, you're going to be taking Novolog. Well, what if Novolog doesn't work for that person? What if that person's allergic to something in Novolog? What if it's being rejected by their body, or they're being insulin resistant and they can't have access to a medication to help that? There are no two people that are alike, and it saddens me that an insurance company or a medical doctor even is going to point fingers and dictate and say, if you have to take this because of this, you have to take this because of that. No, you as the person know your body best. Therefore, you should be the one to judge and have the right to access these medical devices for a minimal cost, if not no cost, depending on what we have available to us. Now, I understand things have a cost to it, but there should be no rhyme or reason that a person who is struggling to make ends meet, pay their bills. There are some people that skip their mortgage or skip paying insulin, and they're rationing insulin, or they're in really high blood sugar states because they cannot afford the $1,943.99 that they want to ridiculously charge insulin for. Insulin has been around for over 100 years. Take the patents off. You need to stop marketing this as some sort of luxury item. Continuous glucose monitors, same thing. I pay thousands of dollars to keep mine because my insurance company says, hey, you know what? That's a luxury for you. No, it's really not a luxury for me. It's a lifeline for me. If without it, I've had I would have not known I had low blood sugars multiple times. I've had close experiences with going into the hospital in DKA because of not having a continuous glucose monitor. I also have my family not having peace of mind knowing if their daughter is okay, or their friend or their really close family member is suffering or struggling with blood sugars. I have people watching that for me and say, hey, Maddie, your blood sugar's high. Hey, Maddie, your blood sugar's low. Have you taken insulin? Are you okay? Do you need something? I don't like to not have people have peace of mind knowing that I might be running around with really dangerous blood sugars that could be damaging my health. Unfortunately, insurance companies think it's such a luxury. It's really not a luxury. It is a necessity. Insulin is a necessity. The technology to help manage blood sugars is a necessity. For some people, an insulin pump or a auto type pancreas system is a necessity. So today on World Diabetes Day, I want you to think about one thing. I want you to think about how grateful we are to be alive today, but also how can we make our entire system, our healthcare system here in America particularly, better to service not only type 1 diabetics, but all diabetics and all people suffering with autoimmune disease or chronic diseases that are not going to go away without a cure. So on this day, I want you to be thankful for what you do have, not gripe about what you don't. I know it's really difficult to do. I have my share of days where I am not in the most sunshine mood, okay? I go through phases where it's like, okay, I feel really blah, 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 blah. But I turn around and look and say, what do I have that I can be thankful for? I have a lot of great people in my life. I'm able to afford my medical supplies even despite not having my insurance cover my Dexcoms. I'm thankful that I've actually been so overstocked with some of my medical supplies that if I've had people message me and say, hey, Maddie, can I have an extra vial of insulin? Do you have an extra box of cartridges for your T-Slim? Yes, I do, and I would be more than willing to send those to you. Now, I'm not going to be doing that for every single person because there's a difference between helping when need and getting taken advantage of, correct? But I'm that kind of person saying, okay, let's be thankful for what I do have and how can I share and spread that love to other people. So just know that you are greater than your highs and lows. God is greater than your highs and lows. And don't let anybody stop you from living the life of your dreams because of a disease that you were diagnosed with in a hospital bed, most likely, or at a doctor's office. Don't let those blood sugars define you. Don't let the highs get you down. Don't let the lows get you down. And don't let anybody tell you any different, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that you're worthless or valueless because you live with an autoimmune disease. Don't let anybody tell you you're worthless or worthless or don't have value because of what you choose to do for your career. Don't let anybody tell you that you're useless or don't have any value because of who you try to live your life for as a person, how you try to share your life with other people. Don't let anybody degrade you for who you are and what you believe in. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic World Diabetes Awareness Day. Always remember diabetes is symbolized by the blue circle. Blue is the color for diabetes, but also the circle means that it is a never-ending cycle. Not only is it a never-ending cycle of there is no cure, but look at it in a positive light, right? The blue circle indicates there's a never-ending way of always learning to be better for ourselves, learning from other people, as well as making friendships that will infinitely last a lifetime. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy World Diabetes Day. This is my 5th one. And thank you, Banding, again for your generous contributions to the world and to society. Happy birthday. I hope that you as well as many other people know how grateful and thankful we are for you discovering this life-saving medication, this life-saving hormone that keeps me and millions of other people alive. So with that being said, I'm ever forever indebted to you, and you always will have a place right here in my heart. So until next time for another video, take care, God bless, be kind, spread positivity, and be thankful. I love you all so much. I hope to see you guys very, very soon, or if I don't, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of this month. So I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.